Okay, good evening, guys. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Lakeisha McKnight is here, and we are indeed live. Good evening to everyone. Lakeisha McKnight is here for the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. I want to welcome everybody here. Really excited. It's about 8:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here in Chesapeake, Virginia. That's right. We're live with this podcast. That's a representation, a media outlet for the nonprofit based out of Chesapeake, Virginia, and Nigeria, Africa. The name of the podcast is the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. And this podcast, of course, we do this podcast every single Tuesday and Wednesday around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I do want to welcome everyone here on behalf of all the leaders of Women of Elevation Career Services International. Now, although this podcast is for women, fellas, look, you'll probably grab some great content from this podcast as well. So definitely plug in. All right, plug in. But before I dive into the specific content tonight, I normally like to do a watch party and connect our virtual global community to this particular podcast. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I am going to start a watch party in the Women of Elevation global community. It's the virtual community. And for those of you who are tuning in right now, if you want to be a part of this community, anybody can really join the community, okay? And all you would simply need to do, for those of you who are on Facebook, there's a link right there, woecommunity.com. That's the link that you're going to want to click on, and it will take you to the group. And all you would need to do is request to join the group, and you would be in, right? You will be absolutely in. So I'm going to start this watch party. Let me go ahead and get the watch party going. All right, let's get it going. Let's get it going. I'm excited, guys. For those really, really excited. So I'm going to greet the virtual community members. Good evening, WOE Global. Now, I'm saying WOE Global. Many of you don't know, but not only does, the nonprofit have a branch here in the United States, but we also have a location in Nigeria, Africa. So we do have some work going on in Africa. We're working on growing and building up that location with the leaders. And so we're extremely excited about what's happening. We're going to take our time. We're not going to be in any type of rush, but we're going to definitely be led by God in all of our activities and our actions. And so, listen, if you want to learn more about this podcast, which is the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast, and the organization, which is Women of Elevation, we encourage you to visit our website at www.womenofelevation.com. What I can tell you is that our mission for this organization is to empower women with the tools to be able to create, relate, and elevate so you can walk in your God-given purposes and truly live your dream lifestyle. That is what this nonprofit org is all about. And so I just want to welcome you here, guys. Thank you so very much for plugging in. Now, every given year, and I definitely like to remind everyone of this, every year we divide the year into 3 areas of focus. So during the months of January through April, we focus in on helping women and a few good men, right, to be able to create products, services, and host their own events. So if this is an aspiration for you, if this is a goal for yourself in 2020, this is the podcast, this is the organization that you're going to want to connect to. All right. And again, don't forget that you can join the community area because more information is to come. And as a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it right now, I will tell you that there is going to be a virtual global meeting. So for all who are connected to Women of Elevation everywhere, right? We're going to have a meeting this Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to encourage you to mark it down on your calendar. If you want to learn more about Women of Elevation, the wonderful opportunities that are available, such as being a part of the board of directors team, being a part of a community, not a community, but a committee, okay? Being a part of a committee. And we have about 3 of them. And so we're going to be educating you a bit more about the committee opportunities, about being a part of leadership and other type of opportunities offered through this organization. We're going to share this information on this Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. And so more information about the meeting is going to be shared in the community group. So again, make sure, guys, make sure you are plugged into the group. And the way to do that is by visiting www.woecommunity.com. Right? Make sure you visit that website. Make sure you're in. We're going to be streaming the information from the meeting right in that group. So you want to be plugged in. All right. So tonight, as you might see from the preview image, as well as the description area, we are focusing in on digital products. Now, this is going to help the entrepreneur who really wants to impact more lives and want to help people from a virtual standpoint, from a distance. So you're providing almost like this distance education / almost like the continuation of your message. You're allowing people to get access to it by way of computer or telephone or any other type of method by which they can download it, right? It's downloadable. And so I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions, but most people like to connect it to some type of web page, right? Where people can put in some information, right? Put their name and email in. They can click the, enroll button or the register button, and they can get access to some very valuable content. And that's what it's truly all about. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. We're going to continue this discussion on tomorrow because this is more like e-coaching, okay? And it's really, really given for those who are plugged into the community. And so I do want to let you know that for a limited time, I'm going to be doing these podcasts here on my timeline. But after the month of February, okay, we will no longer be doing the Revitalize podcast on my timeline. It would only be provided for those who are in the community area. So you want to make sure that you're plugged into the community, woecommunity.com, so you can get access to this prime real estate. That's right, this content. So let's talk about the examples of digital products. Here are a couple of examples. Number one, how about software? Now, there are different types of software that people try to create that will help people to be able to create things. So I've seen some software that helps people to create speeches, software that helps people to create an ebook out of content from a blog. There are various examples of software out there that, that can be created, or it's what we call PLR. PLR means private label rights. So you have the opportunity to buy a license where you can edit the content and actually put your own name on it, your own branding to it. That's called PLR. And so that type of content is available, or you can create it from scratch, software from scratch. I don't know about you, but I'm not a software creator, so that wouldn't be something that I would personally do, but it is an option that's available. And here are a few others that we may not expound on in depth, but I'm going to highlight them. Ebooks is a popular example, okay? Very, very popular. Ebooks. This is where you have a book available. People can download it from online, and they can read it on their phone. They can read it on their laptop. It's an ebook. E stands for electronic, okay? It stands for electronic, and people can access that content. How about music in the form of MP3s, right? MP3s, yes. Music. And then you have video, okay? Video in the form of an MP4 format. Normally it's MP4. I do know that there are other formats out there that people conduct videos, but the most popular one is MP4. Now, another example of digital products would be information PDFs. Information PDFs. Now, this can be in the form of a checklist, right? A checklist, some type of summary, some type of outline that you would provide that people can download. Another example would be training, okay? Training. This can be where people can get access to it, almost like a virtual home course where people can log into a platform and get access to either audio, video, or a combination of the two. So accessing training online, that is an option. Another form of digital product would be tutorials, where you're teaching people how to do something. Some people call it how-to videos, how-to audios. But yes, it's tutorials teaching and demonstrating how to use certain things, how to accomplish certain goals. Here are a few others. Services rendered online, services rendered offline, contract subscriptions. This is where you have a subscription for approximately 6 months or a year to get access to certain content, almost like a membership site. Another example of digital products would be publication subscriptions. So if you, for example, subscribe to, I have personally with my training company, I have a leadership magazine, which is available by way of PDF. So that will be an example of a publication that has a subscription. And that is an example of a digital product, okay? A product that you can access online. And again, you can offer it for free, or you can actually put a price tag to it. And this can be in the form of passive income for you. So it's like a passive income option. Takes a little bit of work at the very beginning to put it together. But I tell you the truth, once you put the system in place, you put it on your website, you're actually sending traffic to wherever that product is advertised, you never know what will happen. And here's the last suggestion that I do want to make. The last suggestion for a digital product would be this: event subscriptions. Okay? You want to encourage people to register for events that you have coming up? Then yes, that's if you are an event planner, or if you're someone who is helping to promote events, why not? If you have a lot of virtual events, why not? Okay? It can create another stream of income for you. So we discussed several options, guys. You want to go back, if you're just catching this, go back and listen to the replay, because digital products, creating them and offering them online, I'm telling you, can be another stream for you. The difference is, though, you can create anything, but it's all about marketing and conversions. Again, marketing and conversions. You can create products all day, but if you do not create a marketing plan, and if you do not get traffic to your websites, you will not be found, and your products will not be found, and you will not have any sales. So it's a whole, a lot of dynamics that really goes with it, but it can be very profitable because you have less expenses than you would with creating a physical product. I can tell you that just based off of experience. I have physical products. I also have digital products, and I know that both can be very rewarding, but you want to make sure to see what would actually be appropriate for your audience, because different audiences would prefer different type of products. Some would prefer, products that they can touch. Others may prefer just being able to download it from wherever they are and getting access to it. So it just really, really depends, everyone. It really depends. So here's the deal. I want to encourage you to get back with me. Get back with me. For those of you who are tuning in right now, make sure you're in the community area to get access, okay? I'm going to be doing tomorrow's episode specifically in the community area. So make sure you're plugged in there. Again, access to the community area for Women of Elevation and the Revitalize podcast here. You're going to want to visit www.woecommunity.com. Again, that's www.woecommunity.com. We want to make sure, because we're transitioning into like a membership format where only those individuals who are members are going to get access to that group. We're going to be doing some shifting around a bit. So you want to make sure that you're plugged in there and that you are fully aware about what changes are going to be manifesting. And so you can take advantage of the privileges that comes with being plugged into this group. So appreciate your time, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. Be sure to return on tomorrow inside of the group specifically. And for those of you who are listening in by way of, Spreaker or iHeartRadio, you all definitely want to request to join the group as well. Again, that's woecommunity.com so that you don't miss a beat. We're going to be plugging in some great content, PDFs, and so much more in this particular group. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Be back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great evening.